This is another method to come up with solutions to our systems. Elimination. Now, this part right here, they make it a little more complicated than it really needs to be, so I'm going to skip this particular section right here, guys, and I'm going to move on to the next part. We're going to use elimination. Now, elimination. Kiki, what does the word elimination mean? To get rid of. Elimination means we're going to get rid of something. So, if you look at number 11 here, number 11, we're going to use the elimination method. Here's how it works. We're going to take those two equations, and I'm going to add them. I'll tell you what, let me write it over here so we can see a little better. Let's take the two equations. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add those two equations together. Add them together. In other words, I'm going to take this A and add it together with this A. So A plus another A is going to give you a 2A. Now I'm going to add the B's. I've got a B plus a negative B. B plus a negative B is a 0. There are no more B's. What just happened to the B's? They just got eliminated. That's why we call it elimination. We're trying to get rid of something. And we just got rid of the B's. But we still got to add up these two numbers over here. We got to add up the 19 and the 7. 19 plus 7 is going to give us a 20 what? 26. So now what I have is the equation 2A is equal to 26. If I want to solve for A, of course, I'm going to need to divide by 2. So 26 divided by 2 is going to give us a 13. So I'm halfway there. I already know what A is. I know that A is 13. But if I want to find out what B is, how do I find out what B is? Plug it in. Take the 13, plug it in for one of these B's. It's your choice. I think I'm going to use the first equation. I'm going to replace the B with a 13. And I'm going to solve for A, which means I'm going to need to subtract. So 19 minus 13 is what? Ah, very good. Man, you guys are awake today. Nice. We're going to plug it in for A. And that's going to make a big difference, right? Subtract 13. 19 minus 13 is 6. So it turns out to be the same number, but it is the B value, not the A value. But we're not going to write it like that. We need an ordered pair. Now, usually when we have ordered pairs, we think of it in terms of X and Y. This time we have an A and a B. So what number is going to go first, 13 or the 6? 13, 6 goes last. It's alphabetical order. So 13, 6 is the ordered pair. That is our solution. So to come up with a solution, if you take a look here, this is how much work we had to do using the elimination method. If you go back to that substitution method that we were using earlier, let's go way back over here. Look at all that work I had to do to get this answer right here. So if you got your choice, and you could do it either way, substitution or elimination method, which one is probably going to be the shorter method? Elimination. All right. So usually, if I have to do it algebraically, I prefer elimination method because it is a little bit short. Of course, sometimes substitution. There are some benefits of substitution as well. All right. Let's try another one here. Let's try number 12. Here's the system we're working with. Just like we did with 11, we're going to add the two equations together. 5x plus a negative 5x is a 0. There are no more x's. 3y plus 2y would be a 5y. And 31 plus 4 is 35. Divide by 5. And 35 divided by 5 is 7. So the y value here is 7. Now we got to figure out what x is. So we're going to take that 7 and we're going to plug it in. You can use it for the first equation or the second. I'm going to use it in the first. Replace the y with a 7. So 3 times 7. 3 times 7 is a 21. Going to subtract 21 from the 31. What's 31 minus 21? 10. Divide by 5. And 10 divided by 5 is 2. But of course, we're going to write that as an ordered pair, and that ordered pair would be 2, 7. Write it as an ordered pair. All right, you guys do number 13 for me. Try number 13, see what you get. Okay, looks like you guys got it. So if we add them together, 9x plus 1x is going to give us a 10x. Negative 2y plus 2y is 0. 17 plus a negative 7 is a 10. Divide by 10, so the value of x is 1. So we know what x is, we know it's 1. So we're going to take that 1 and we're going to plug it in for one of those x's. All right, so where we're going to stick it? We're going to the first equation and the second equation. Okay, we'll put it in the first one. So we got 9 times 1 minus 2y equals 17. Of course, 9 times 1 is 9. What did you do after that, Mercy? Subtract it, so what was 17 minus 9? 8. Then what? Divided by negative 2. So 8 divided by negative 2 was a negative 4. So the final answer was what ordered pair? 1, negative 4. So make sure you write your answer as an ordered pair. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and stop right there. We'll finish up the rest on Monday. What I need you guys to do for me, we've got a couple of minutes here, is now you can go back and finish up those 4 problems using the substitution method. That way you don't have to worry about any homework over the week.